Welcome back, guys. Well, there is enough Senate support to prevent a Republican effort to vote on a measure disapproving of the Iran nuclear deal. 41 senators have publicly announced their support of the deal. That is the magic number because 60 votes are needed to advance the measure to a floor vote. It takes just 41 senators to block that vote from happening. 3 Democrats came forward today to give their support: Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal, Senator Gary Peters of Michigan, and Oregon Senator Ron Wyden. 4 Democrats have come out against the agreement. A vote on the actual deal must come before a September 17th deadline. Opponents believe it does not do enough to keep Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. Our new reporter, Pheben Geber-Hewitt, has the breakdown of the Iran deal and why it matters. Pheben?
Now, nearly 2 years in the making, the U.S. along with the UK, China, Germany, France, and Russia achieved the nuclear deal with Iran. This deal will ensure that Iran does not acquire a nuclear weapon and that its nuclear program will be exclusively peaceful from this point on. One must have either uranium or plutonium, and the deal will block Iran in 4 ways. Number 1, Iran's uranium-enriched facility, Natanz, will be restricted. Number 2, Iran's second enriched facility, Fordow, will also be restricted. Now, these are the only 2 uranium-enriched facilities in Iran. Number 3, weapons-grade plutonium, which is used for military use, will also be blocked. Number 4, covert attempts to produce fissile material will be blocked as well. This is energy released from a split nucleus. Iran must reduce its stockpile of uranium by 98%, which will leave them with about 3% of uranium, which is extremely below the level to create a bomb. To break this down even more, Iran needs tens of thousands of centrifuges. Centrifuges are machines that separate fluids of different densities to create a bomb. Right now, Iran has about 20,000 of these machines, but with this deal, they are limited to using only 6,000 for those next 10 years. Many politicians feel different about this deal. Former Vice President Dick Cheney says that this deal has the potential to be catastrophic. Take a look.
I know of no nation in history that has agreed to guarantee that the means of its own destruction will be in the hands of another nation, particularly one that is hostile. What President Obama is asking the United States Congress to do is unique, historically and dangerously unique. The results could well be catastrophic.
Now, former Secretary of State Colin Powell is all for the deal and says that this is a good outcome.
And my judgment after balancing those 2 sets of information is that it's a pretty good deal. Now, I know that there are objections to it, but here's why I think it's a good deal. One of the great concerns that the opposition has that we're leaving open a lane for the Iranians to go back to creating a nuclear weapon in 10 or 15 years. But we're forgetting the reality that they have been on a super highway for the last 10 years to create a nuclear weapon or a nuclear weapons program with no speed limit. And in the last 10 years, they've gone from 136 centrifuges up to something like 19,000 centrifuges. This agreement will bring them down to 5,000 centrifuges. All of these will be under IAEA supervision, and I think this is a good outcome. The other thing I've noticed is that they had a stockpile of something in the neighborhood of 12,000 kilograms of uranium. This deal will bring it down to 300 kilograms. Right. And it's a remarkable reduction, and I'm amazed that they would do this, but they have done it. And with respect to their plutonium effort, the plutonium reactor at Iraq, which is now starting to operate, it's going to be shut down, except for minor parts of it, and concrete will be poured into the reactor core vessel. And so these are remarkable changes. And so we have stopped this highway race that they were going down. And I think that's very, very important. Now, will they comply with it? Will they actually do all of this? Well, they get nothing until they show compliance. And that's the important part of the arrangement.
Now tell us, what do you think about the Iran deal? Please tweet us your thoughts with the hashtag IranDeal on our Twitter page at UATV Backroom, and like us on our Facebook page at Backroom Politics. Reporting live with UATV, I'm Pheben Geber-Hewitt.
Thank you, Pheben. Well, with so many opposing opinions, it's impossible to predict how this conflict will end. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens.